My dear Curse Casting Vampiress volume review. The shonen genre is filled with supernatural series revolving around vampires. It's a popular choice because of the wide range of setups you can orchestrate with these mystical creatures, but is there room for a new series to leave its mark on a genre? Today, I'm here to find out what Volume 1 of the My Dear Curse Casting Vampiress from Yen Press. The story follows protagonist Izuzu Osaka, who is a squad captain of the anti-vampire safety force squad tasked with defeating vampires who are out to kill humans in Japan. However, vampires are beginning to overwhelm the system, and it's no secret that humanity is in danger of going extinct if something isn't done to kill more of them. Osaka is hopeful that he can find Baruch, a vampire rumored to kill her own kind. If one of his co-workers finds some information on her whereabouts, Osaka heads straight here. As it turns out, Baruch is being held captive by the Japanese government at a top-secret facility, which Osaka breaks into. He finds her bound and gagged, clearly having been used as an experiment. Our protagonist first expresses his gratitude for all the work Baruch received in hunting vampires, and then asks her to join him in protecting humanity from the current threat. The vampire agrees to come with Osaka. After all, remaining captive in this room is hardly a good alternative, and the two settle to defeat their first target. Together, they defeat the vampire, but they are immediately captured by government forces and restrained. Osaka is told he's going to be killed, while Baruch will return to captivity. Osaka was prepared to die when he broke Baruch out, but now he's proved that she can kill vampires and won't harm humans. He begs the officials to set her free to help protect Japan. However, Baruch is grown fond of Osaka and refuses to help unless he's kept alive as her partner. With her back against the wall, due to a vampire breaking into the facility to kill Baruch, the government officials are forced to give in to the demands and let Osaka and Baruch pair up as a new vampire fighting unit. Of course, they'll be under strict observation to make sure they don't make a bit of freedom, and should Baruch pose a threat to humans, that they both deal with accordingly, with no doubt beings finding themselves back in this situation. This is mangaka Shigesaki Kasai's third series overall and their second make it to the West. The first being When a Magician's Pupil Smiles, also available from Yen Press. This is the polished first volume, with a lot more depth to it than you might expect from the premise. There is an interesting history to the vampires, as well as Baruch's role as a vampire slayer, and the fact she uses curses to fight them, as opposed to simply brute force. This isn't a simple human versus vampire story. It feels like everything has meaning, and I also appreciate that Kanai has gone for a relatively realistic take on the story, particularly when it comes to the government holding Baruch captive for so long. It's something you can see happening in real life in a similar situation. I like Osaka as our main character too. He's a bit of an enigma, and as the book goes on we find he has amnesia and doesn't remember anything from before a year ago. Not only that, when he's seen him put on a winger as he fights vampires here in Volume 1, and the fact he doesn't die as a testament to being something a bit strange about him. Is he lucky or well built, or is there something more to his story? There's something that will be revealed slowly as the series goes on, it seems. When it comes to the characters, it's Baruch, who is the weakest link. She's a famous vampire, but she's always depicted as small and moy. She's head over heels in love with Osaka, but there's not a great foundation for that, as it seems driven by the fact that he's the only one to show her unkindness, any kindness for a long time. Now she's been fed and let loose into the world. I'm hopefully will see more of her personality come out as she becomes more of a rounded character than simply someone who's in love with Osaka and a powerful vampire. Putting Baruch aside, there's nothing else to complain about here. The story is solid and the artwork is superb. Action scenes are detailed and easy to follow, while moving at a fast pace. Things slow down when it comes to the interactions between our two main characters and moving the story along. Kanai certainly has a good grasp of how to pace each other. There's some good attention to detail too, like remembering not to give Baruch a reflection but making sure her clothes reflect in mirrors, so it looks like they're floating. None of the vampires in this first volume have generated designs either. Each has quite a lot of junk put into how they should look, how they should fight as individuals. Most importantly, my dear curse casting vampires knows when to be silly when it takes itself seriously at heart. It's a battle, shonen, and it delivers everything you will expect of a manga in this particular genre. I wouldn't say there's anything original here, but its execution of it's polished enough that I don't think that's a problem. There's a lot of room for interesting developments as the series goes on, but even if future volumes are more of what we've seen here, they will still please vampire fans. As previously mentioned, My Dear Curse Casting Vampiress comes to the West thanks to Yen Press. The volume has been translated by Giuseppe Di Martino, while lettering by Anthony quintessenza, both of which read well. There's also a color page at the beginning of the book. The series has been ongoing in Japan since 2021 and is currently out of 4 volumes. Volume 2 is scheduled for English release in September, but there's nothing illicit after, so many likely there will be a notable break in between number 2 and 3. Overall, vampire fans will be pleased to hear that my dear curse-casting Vampiress gets to the excellent start. Mangaka Chisake Kanai has put a lot of work into creating a series that's a fun. The read well is also offering plenty of depth into its mysteries and cast. It may not sound very original, but that doesn't prevent it from being a very attractive offering for shonen fans. 9 out of 10.